I'm focused on the message when I sit down to write.
Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to retrofit your steering wheel. So right now, I actually have my sport steering wheel in, but I'm going to go ahead and take it out and show you guys how to install this one, even though it's already installed. It's kind of like a DIY type of thing, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so like I said before, I have the stock OEM steering wheel that I already took out. I'm going to go ahead and install it and then show you guys how to install this one. Like I said, I already have this one installed, but I'm going to take it out and then show you guys how to do it. So first things first, you definitely want to unplug the battery. So I kind of have a mess in here right now, but all you need to do is just unplug the negative terminal. So right down there is a negative terminal. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just gonna unplug that and put a paper, not a paper towel, like a little cloth towel right here so it doesn't touch on accident. Alright, so essentially what I did was I unplugged the negative terminal and I just put this towel here so it doesn't accidentally touch. Alright, so right now I'm gonna go ahead and take off this sport steering wheel and put on this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off and put back on that one so you can kind of see how to do it. I can also show you how to do this one. Right in here there's like a little hole that you need to poke a screwdriver through. It's kind of a pain. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do it though. So I'm having a little bit of a trouble doing this. It's actually kind of difficult. I probably should have put the seat back before I unplugged the battery. Let's see. There's this little latch kind of thing that you're trying to essentially putting the screwdrivers back here, and you're trying to unclip it, but it's really difficult to do. The first time I ever tried doing it, it literally took me an hour, maybe even more, because it's just ridiculous. It's really hard to find the latch. All right, so I just popped out the steering wheel airbag, as you can see. So essentially now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little flathead screwdriver and unclip these. It's kind of hard to show, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Right, so essentially what you're gonna do, let's see if I can get this to stand still without pulling on it. Okay, so what you're gonna do, I already did it, but you're just gonna put this flathead right down here. Hold up. Right there, and you just push up, and that's it. All right, and then what you do next is you go ahead and take out these. It's like a little clip kind of mechanism. Just pull it out. Hold up. There, I got both of them out. And then the next step is to actually, yeah, I had to do that. Okay, next step is to get a 16 mil right here for this, and then you just undo that. All right, so I got my 16 mil. You're gonna want to keep this steady, so I'm using my legs to do it. And then you just undo this little bolt, or nut actually. That's a bolt, never mind, it's a bolt. And then I think all you do is pull out, and there you go. So I just took off the sport one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on the actual OEM, whatever, non-sport, whatever you want to call it. So now I got this the old OEM non-sport steering wheel. And what you do is just make sure you line up. There's a little arrow right down there, and you want to line it up with a little green line. There's a little green line, I don't know if you can see it, kind of blurry there. You just want to line that up, and then you go ahead and push it on, and then you plug in everything right there. obviously, here's this airbag. Alright, and so what you do with this, kind of hard to do this with one hand. Essentially, you just plug this down right into there, right there. So, alright, so I plugged the airbag in, and now all you do with this one, you just should be able to just push it up there. Now it clicked in place. You know, and that's how you do that. Now I just remembered that I forgot to put the bolt back on. Good thing I already am planning on taking this off, so it shouldn't be a problem. But to take this one off, all you do is you grab your little flathead. And this one's a little bit easier in my opinion. What you do is you just go straight up and then you kind of like pull. Alright, so I just popped this one back out. And now all you have to do is unplug those things again. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Got one of them. Oh, and there you go. This airbag's a little bit easier to take out. And then you just obviously unplug that again. And like I said, I forgot to put the bolt back in, but it doesn't really matter because I'm taking this one off anyway. And then just go ahead and pull it off. There. Alright, so essentially for this one, I don't know if you can see, but there's like this little spring thing right here and right here. And so on the back, there's like a little hole right here. That's where you have to poke it through. So let's see if I can do this. And essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to move it like that. Exactly like that. And it should pop out. And then essentially the same thing on the other side. So like right here. Get that through. And you move it just like that. And it should pop out. So this one is a lot easier in my opinion, because it's just easier to find it. And for comparison, let me go get the other sports steering wheel. And then for the sports steering wheel right here, the hole on the back is right there. See if you can kind of see that. Essentially, I can't even do it. There. You gotta push on that little bar. I don't know if you can see that bar right here. There. Kind of see me pushing. It's a lot more difficult to find. Sorry, this is kind of a rough angle. And then just the same thing on the other side. There. The first time I tried doing the sport one, it took me like a good hour. No joke. So, if you plan on doing this, just know it's gonna take you a long time. Alright, so now I'm just gonna kind of do a time lapse because I don't know if you guys want to see this. It's pretty self-explanatory to put it back in. You just plug in. It's like a plug and play is what it really is. And make sure you bolt it down. Don't forget to do that because I forgot to do that one time. And it's just a huge hassle to try to take out this airbag. But yeah. Alright, so now I got it all plugged in. It's bolted down. It feels about right. Now all I have to do is plug in the battery again, and hopefully this thing doesn't blow on me, because that would be unfortunate. Alright, so now I plugged in the battery. Hopefully this thing doesn't explode in my face. I always have that weird, irrational fear of it doing that. So, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. How should I do this? This is kind of stupid, but... Alright. I mean, you never know. I'm not trying to die. So. Horn works. That's good. Oh, don't you guys just love those lights? Also, this light right here, once you drive, it should just go away. Yeah, it should just go away when you drive. That's what it did for me last time. Alright, so that's how you do the steering wheel swap, retrofit, whatever you want to call it. It's not too difficult. It does take some time. I mean, it is kind of difficult to do the sport airbag, but practice, I guess. I don't know. The first time I did it, it took me like an hour, and it was just a huge pain. The second time that I just did it, it wasn't that bad. That's probably the hardest part, but other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. So hopefully you guys like the video. Yeah, see you guys later.